Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dwight here at Retro Crypto YouTube channel, and I am pumped. Today has been an awesome day. BitBoy show blew me off. Oh my God, I was hoping it was Richard Hart, but I didn't know what to expect. It has me so excited. And if you're a Hexican, if you've heard of Hex, even if you've heard of Hex, you should be excited because you still have an opportunity to get it on the bottom floor of Pulse Chain once it goes live. You may have missed that sacrifice, but it's not too late yet. But before we jump into all this, because I got a lot I want to talk about as usual, I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button. That's right, smash the hell out of that like button. Please, I need it. The more likes I get, the more that YouTube places my videos in front of people who have never heard of me, much less never heard of Hex. So it's a win-win scenario for me, you, them, everybody wins. So hit that like button, guys. And plus, look at it like you're giving me a tip. It's a tip, and all it takes, you probably burn half a calorie. Just go beep, hit that like button, all right? And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe. And if you subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell. That way you're notified whenever I upload a new video. All right, guys. Well, as you can tell, I'm in a great mood today. I am super pumped, super stoked. I know this video is going to go viral. I know you're going to be sharing it with your friends and stuff because you're like, oh, snap. He was on BitBoy show. Richard Hart. Yes, indeed. Richard Hart was on BitBoy's show. There he is right there. Now, the way I want to do this video is a little different than usual. This is more important than anything I got to say to you guys. Now, this video is about 10 minutes long, roughly. I want you guys to watch this video or, at least skim through it. If you haven't seen it, watch the whole thing. But if you have, skim through it a bit. And then we'll pick up at the end. And because I got a lot to talk about this video because don't look at the surface. Think deeply into what's going on. And it is definitely something to be excited about. All right, so I'm going to play the video now.
Hey everybody, it's BitBoy Crypto here, home of the Bit Squad. You may have noticed I lost a lot of weight and I'm much more attractive than normal. That's because I changed my diet and the bear market makes us all hungry. It's a lot of ramen. What's up, man? How are you?
Oh, well, thank you for having me on my own show. This is fantastic. I'm really excited about this right now. As you guys see, we've got, basically the cultural icon himself, Richard Hart, has taken over my job. I'm actually retiring. Today's my last day. And Richard Hart's going to be taking over on the show. It's going to be called Gucci Crypto is what it's going to be called now. So, Richard, what is going on, man?
Man, I got... everyone was like trolling me, like, Richard's never going to go to America.
I know!
Police are going to arrest him at the border. And I'm like, man, y'all are so stupid. I go to America whenever I want. So my mom, she texted me. She's like, hey, son, I'm in the hospital. I got, sepsis from a urinary tract infection. I'm like, what is that? Google it. 30-40% to die. I'm like, okay, well, let's go get on an airplane, fly out. And the antibiotics have got her sorted now. Thank God. Ma's okay.
That's
but
good,
I was
man.
like, you know what? Now that I'm here, put a TV on the wall, install some bidets. So if you go on my Instagram, there's a 30-minute video of me installing a bidet from start to finish. Open it up, read the manual and all that.
Yeah.
It works great. $100. If y'all don't know, go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever you got and install a bidet for $100. You're going to love it. It's really awesome.
Oh, let me tell you what I had this week.
Yeah.
I was in Canada. Stay at the Ritz. Pretty nice hotel. The toilet had a remote.
Yeah.
Had a remote. You had to press it to raise the seat, to raise the cover, flush it. You want the eco flush. Had a massager on it.
Yeah. Here's the problem I have with them. And them fancy hotels, half the time that remote don't work or it's got poop on it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, man, I don't want this remote, bro. This remote is messed up looking, man.
I always think the same thing. Like, you don't want to be touching all that stuff.
It happened to
that
me in
everybody
Czech
else touches.
Republic, bro.
Yeah.
I went on TripAdvisor, got this good hotel. It was like Oriental looking in
Yeah.
Prague. Man, there was poop on the remote. You turn on the lights, everything was dirty as heck. I'm like, this hotel sucks, man. I went to the Four Seasons real quick.
Yeah.
No, I ain't been in the Four Seasons in a while. I'm
Yeah.
all up in these real cheap hotels lately, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause everybody...
Bear market? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, how do you afford the Gucci shorts if you're not staying in a Hampton Inn?
Well, here's the funny part, right? When you cross a national border and you're like, oh, so usually it is going to, if you're spicy, they're going to image your drive. So you got to do nation state level endpoint security. I just didn't bring a laptop, man.
Yeah.
It's just my phone.
I don't ever bring
So
a
I ain't
laptop.
got nothing. I can't
Yeah.
log into nothing. I can't do nothing. I'm just pretty much just my credit cards and my cell phone. I can't post on YouTube. I can post on Twitter because I'm logged in. I can
Yeah.
post on Insta, but like YouTube, I can't do nothing,
Well, you're on YouTube right now.
Hey,
Look at
everybody.
this. This
How's
is a
it
giant
going?
audience that you have right now. So you went to an electronics store. How
Yeah.
much did you spend?
Oh, I got
Tell me
I
about
didn't
that.
get arrested.
They were almost right. They all said you were
Yep.
coming to America. You're getting arrested. You almost did.
Yep. I told everybody that I don't like America because it's too violent over here.
Yeah.
I've had too much stuff go down. I'm from South Florida. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, about 20 minutes north of Miami. I've
Nice.
seen a lot
Me
of
too.
bad things happen. You are?
Yeah,
That's
where I was
amazing.
born. Yeah.
Man, there's some bad stuff that happens down there. I've seen gunplay. I had to pull gun on people. You know what I mean? We had
Yeah.
Secret Service trying to stop people from doing credit card fraud at my electronics store. Used to put music in people's cars. And so people don't believe me. They're like, man, that sounds like a scam, bro. You just so we don't believe that because
Yeah.
they're from nice places where bad things don't happen. Man, I was in South Carolina and I went shopping in Best Buy 3 days. First day, I went and bought some memory cards, some scanners. Next day, I bought some tripods and some memory. And then the third day, I bought, the second day was TVs. Third day was scanners because they're doing this movie about
Yeah.
me, and we had to scan all my mom's photos for the movie, which is done, by the way. So they're selling it to Netflix like basically in the next week. We'll see if they buy it. And so
I'm not sure you're interesting enough, Richard.
Oh, right.
Go
Hold
ahead.
up. Wait till I tell you the rest.
Oh.
So they like this lady that always had an attitude. I'm trying to be nice to her. I'm like, hey, I do live streams. You do any live streams? She just didn't want to make eye contact. Seemed real unhappy looking lady. She called the police on me for shopping. The police came and detained me for shopping. My ID name matched my credit card name, matched my real name. I'm shopping on my normal credit card buying stuff. And this television I bought got shipped direct to my mom. Well, how am I going to do credit card fraud when y'all installing it at my mom's house? Because you got the same name. It don't make no sense, right? So I literally got detained by the police knew Yuta. So I was like, yeah, man, you just Google me. We don't have to have this conversation. I'm rumored to be a billionaire. Is that really me? I did everything to turn it off. My bad. Yeah, so like I just got detained by the police.
Yeah.
I was 60 hours in America, got detained by the police for shopping.
Wow.
I was like, and you know why that happens, by the way? Because people go do credit card fraud there.
Yeah.
And so because they don't use PIN numbers in this country, you could be at a restaurant, look at someone's numbers, and just use a card writer to write them to any card you want. And so, because y'all don't use chip and PIN here, you could just write that data to any card you want and make fake cards. And so if you work at a restaurant, you could just scan somebody's card on your reader real quick. And so if they fixed billing in this country, which crypto fixes this billing problem, the reason law enforcement is so terrible here is because the criminals are so terrible here. The reason the cops got his unsnapped hand on a gun when he pulls you over is because sometimes he pulls someone over and they just start shooting straight. So when you live in countries where people are safer and nicer, the police is nicer. But when you live in a place where the criminals is real mean and doing a lot of crime, like America, you get the police is mean, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I was like, hey, man, you're going to see me on BitBoy Crypto in a few days. He's like, I know BitBoy. I'm like, all right. Well,
all the cops know me.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so I don't, y'all, there's better places in the world. You do not have to get pulled over for shopping. You don't have to risk your life when you get pulled over.
Yeah.
In America, you get pulled over, man, you might get lit up. You might get beat down. Oh, I smell something. Oh, so I've got to wait 40 minutes for the dog now? Or they do this compound question. Hey, do you want me to let you off without a ticket and can I search your car? Well, I want to say yes, but which one am I saying yes to? They use these tricks, man.
Yeah.
People don't realize how bad it is, man. Like it's
Well,
America's rough.
I got beat up by the cops one time.
Yep.
Yeah, true story. In jail when I was 19.
Oh, geez. There you go.
19. I was drunk, in Miami Beach, and they put me in the jail cell. And two cops held me by both arms, and one just punched me in the stomach, threw me on the ground, kicked me until I couldn't take it anymore. That's what getting beaten up is, by the way. When you're getting physically assaulted to the point you cannot take anymore, and it just keeps coming. It was really bad. Why didn't I sue him? Well, my gosh, you can't sue the mafia. So
they mess you up more. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You ain't gonna change states.
No.
You put a suit on them. You and all your people start getting pulled over for all kinds of weird stuff. It's not, man. If you could go see how they do it in other countries, they really do it better. And the statistics show it.
There are plenty of good cops out there. Those are 3 cops that did that to me, and I don't want to lump everybody in. But Richard, let's talk real quick. Obviously, the markets are pumping today. Things are going insane. We got just a couple more minutes up here before we bring on Tom Crown to do some TA. I want to know just real quickly, like, what's going on with Pulse Chain? I know that there's been some delays on it. A lot of people are asking questions.
There ain't never been no.
There's
delays.
never been a delay. Well,
there's never been a
I'm just
delay.
going by what the people say.
I know because they stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, listen. I told y'all.
We call it low IQ on the channel.
I told y'all I ain't never given a good time estimate on software in my life, and no one ever does. Everyone's always late every time because you have unknown unknowns. You can't predict how long it's going to take till you get closer and discover what the bugs are. One time, I made the mistake of saying some of my devs said we could launch in mid-May because they thought we could, but they weren't my best devs. Then my best devs looked at it and were like, no, we got to fix this, 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 and this. And then I should have just never told y'all what my devs told me. Like I should have just kept it quiet, because then there wouldn't have been no quote delays, because there was never a time frame. It's done when it's done. You know, look, when Hex came out, it's 100% perfect flawless operation for years now. 1,000 days, went up 10,000x in price. Everything else has failed all around it. It's been paying interest regular for 1,000 days. It took a year extra beyond what we thought, because to get it right, you know. And y'all listen. And when he said that I was an interesting dude, I'm gonna hit it real quick. Y'all should listen, because I own the world's biggest diamond. I own $10 million of watches. I own $3 million of cars. I twerk like a demon. They're making a movie about me. I called the top on the day. I called the 65K top, and it had been in profit every single day for a year and a half, except one day, the Judas candle, where we made a 6% higher high from 65 to 69 and went straight down.
Yeah.
Everyone else said it was going to 100K. I called it right. I told you to pull your coins from Luna. I told you to pull your coins from Celsius directly. I mean, I can't do anything more for everybody, man. It's
what
like,
they're asking for is before we wrap, we definitely need to see.
I think it's a dead cat bounce. I think we're going to 11K. I think there's a 33% discount on Grayscale Bitcoin. They own 3% of all Bitcoin. I think the Mt. Gox coins are going to come out. I think the 70,000 seized from the Finex hacker could be sold by the DOJ instead of given to Finex. We'll see how it works out. And I think
they're not giving that back.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think that Ross Ulbricht's got some coins that are going to get sold too, but I don't know how many there are. Could be 300,000. Could be 50,000. I got to look into it. So as long as that Grayscale discount is there, you're telling me that Wall Street ain't going to take a free 50% profit buying that at a third discount when it usually trades at a 20% premium?
Yeah.
That I'm telling you, this is all dead cat bounces until that discount goes away.
You said you think it's going to 11,000?
I do. I do.
Yeah. I mean, we've said 10 to 14.
And it could go deeper.
And here's the thing, you know, you get the markets going up today, and people excited. Ethereum's at $1,900. And look, I think there is a chance that you know, we see the ETH merge, maybe cause a separation from Bitcoin and Ethereum for a little bit.
Hope so.
But you know, what would you say to somebody right now that's looking at the prices and they're saying, "Man, things are going up right now. It's exciting. I need to go in right now." Like, what would you say to them?
Look, man, go look back at the chart. How many other bounces you seen?
Yeah.
You know, we bounced at, you know,
They get excited every time.
40. We bounced at 30. Look, you are not, in my opinion, until Grayscale discount goes away, and until all these dudes that bought JPEGs get washed out. If you bought $1 million JPEG, I need to see that go real close to zero. I want to see Michael Saylor start sweating and biting his teeth, right?
Yeah.
He took on leverage. That's how smart people go broke. Ladies, liquor, and leverage. I told him. This other dude, Raul Paul, he says, I'm irresponsibly long Ethereum. It's the biggest position of my life. I'm like, bro, you're going to get ladies, liquor, and leverage. Stop, man. I was right. He was wrong. His options all expired valueless.
Yeah.
Price went straight down. He's like, my 1 year time frame. I'll see you in a year, bro. You got wrecked, right? I called it right. Everyone else called it wrong. And until these dudes all get washed out, 3 Arrows Capital, bankrupt.
Yeah.
Celsius, bankrupt.
Voyager.
What's his Voyager? Who
Terra,
else?
Dogecoin.
Luna.
Yeah.
And you know who else lost a little money? El Salvador lost money. Saylor lost $1 billion.
That was always a bad idea. El Salvador's always been a bad idea. It drives me crazy. Like, you know, oh yes, let's let people in a third world country spend an appreciating asset. That doesn't make any sense. You know?
Yeah. Yep. And I'll tell you another thing, man. That Michael Saylor, he's so stupid. When he buys, he wants to push the price up against himself. He's like a noob. He's like, man, look how much more it's worth. No, it's only worth that because you pushed it up like that. And now, if you went to sell it, it would be lower. So when you're the guy that's actually pushing the price isn't actually the price. The price is after your slippage.
Yeah.
So when you got a big billion and you pushing the price up, you got to look at the liquidity on the bid side. And when you go to sell, are you pushing it back lower than your entry? Well, then you're negative. You lost your money. You got to see the price when you actually when you get out of your position.
Yeah.
If you push the price up on yourself, you didn't actually make no money. He's stupid. He loves to just him and the dude in El Salvador president is just market buying on Coinbase. Like, bro, anyone could get better order execution than that.
All right. So I just want one more question for you.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I like you a lot.
Oh, Pulse Chain. Nobody even knows what it does.
Pulse Chain?
Largest free airdrop in the world. Go use your coins right now. You like gaming? You like gaming on the blockchain?
I'm not a nerd, but go ahead.
Oh, please. Man. I've seen your office, dog. You got 1,000 computers.
Oh, come on. They're my people.
Go on PulseChain.com. Go play with your coins on a testnet. If you had coins on Ethereum 6 months ago, 8 months ago, they're all sitting there for free. You could go trade, see if you can get rich and not get wrecked. It's all pretend right now. But those are your coins that you love with your keys. You ain't got to sign up. Ain't no KYC, AML, none of that stuff. It's just free. It's just there. And one day that'll be real. And that'll be the largest airdrop in the world. We're just waiting for it.
Well, so Pulse Chain, I know a lot of people have questions about that. So thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, obviously, you know, we've got a good relationship. I've always tried to be fair to you. And, you know, there's a lot. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And there's always been people out there that have been really strong haters, said you're a scammer, said everything's a scam. I mean, you guys see CNBC put out an article today or a video today. It wasn't too bad about me, but you know, like people, they love to throw us under the bus.
Yes, sir.
For me, it's a little bit of a different way than you. What do you think the biggest misperception about you is?
I mean, it's like, how is someone going to be a scammer with no victims for decades?
Yeah.
I've been at my car stereo store. You got a great deal, great product. I came back here and talking to my friends, and they're like, yeah, my friend still got that car with that system in it. Still sounds great.
Yeah.
15 years later. No, 20 years later. This has been 2002, 2001. So every single business I've ever been in, I've given everyone a great deal because that's how you win. That's how you do good business. You give better price,
Long-term.
better performance, better warranty, better service, better everything, right? And my cryptos is the same way. We went up 10,000x in price in 623 days. That's 1.7 years before staking. If you staked, you made a third more to 2x more, depending on how long you staked. 100% uptime. Google went down. Hex.com's never been down. Microsoft went down globally. Hex.com's never been down. Bitcoin.org was put a hack on the main website. Hex never been down. So we got perfect, flawless operation while everything else is failing all around us. This calling the top on the day is just extra bonus. This is just something I do as a hobby for fun. So like, if you're going to call someone a scammer and you ain't got no evidence, you the scammer.
Yeah,
So,
you know, I agree with that 100%. That drives me insane. Is that they just throw out this word, and people may not know this. The word scammer or the word scam is not litigious. You cannot sue someone over calling someone a scammer, somebody a scammer. And that's why people just continue to do it, because there's no accountability to people saying things with accusations. That's why I've never said anything bad about you, because there's no evidence. You know, there's no, people can make conjecture and they can say, you know, the ETH got sent here or whatever, but it's all conjecture at this point. Yeah.
Ethereum, you could have bought 2,000 Ethereum for one Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now you can buy like 14 Ethereum for one Bitcoin. Where did Bitcoin go? But nobody asked, where did Bitcoin go? Everyone's cool with that. Ethereum Foundation got a lot of Bitcoin. Everybody's cool with
They
it.
sold
No
a lot
problems.
of Ethereum recently too.
You know, they used to have something like 1 million Ethereum.
Yeah.
Now they've only got like 40,000 Ethereum.
Yeah,
or something.
I think they sold 98% of it.
They sold 95.5% of their stack over time. Now, what's that do? Just pushes the price down. Vitalik sold the 5K top, sent $50 million worth to Coinbase, and he convinced the foundation to sell too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to put a watcher on Vitalik's addresses next time. I thought it was a small part of a stack. He had 300,000 coins. He only sold like, 50 mil worth, not much. 50 mil of a billion is like 0.5% or whatever, or 5%. He didn't sell that much. But you know what? It was 26 days after the top, just like last cycle. So I predicted it. I called it. But I should have been stronger about it. I should have been like, look, Vitalik sold, but now he's going to tell his boys to sell because he sold first. I'm telling you, next time you see Vitalik sell, think real hard about selling.
I think that's great advice. I believe that's definitely something to watch. Richard, thanks for coming on. I'm going to finish the show, and then we're going to go to lunch after. We're going to a concert tonight.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
See y'all, everybody.
Thanks, Richard.
All right, guys. I'm assuming you watched the video. I hope you watched it or have seen it. Whew, that is a lot to take on right now. But what I want you to think about is look how Richard Hart is carrying himself. He's back home. He's in the U.S. And to be honest, he got a different little swag to him when he's back in the U.S. Good or bad, who knows? It is what it is. Home is home, right? The fact that BitBoy announced him the way that he did. BitBoy did commercials. I think I saw the first one like on Sunday or Monday. And the way he announced Richard Hart was the BitBoy channel is doing a collaboration, and it's a huge collaboration, and it's going to change everything. You know what I mean? Think about what BitBoy is saying. He is taking sides. BitBoy he's a Hexican, guys. He always was, but at this point, he's officially in Hexican. I mean, look at him. Richard Hart came on like a boss, and he did a good job. He didn't do all that, the watches and all that bling and all that bull crap. He's a billionaire. We get it. We're not. We would like to be millionaires, though. You know what I'm saying? And Richard Hart just did an awesome interview. And BitBoy show, that's huge, especially in the U.S. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but I can speak for the U.S. And, well, he's number one on YouTube, so that says a lot right there, right? But that's something to be so excited about, guys. Now, granted, he's in the U.S. because his mother was ailing, but she's doing better now. But I'm just getting a whole different vibe from Richard Hart. And maybe it's time to pull away from the, I was going to say shock and awe. That's a military thing. But I think he's pulling away from the, the advertising, the outrage advertising, I think, or outrage marketing. I think he's pulling away from it. And now he's going back to, traditional marketing. Let's talk, you know what I mean? And let's talk about, I don't say meat and potatoes, but whatever. Let's talk about the project and explain it clearly without upsetting or trying to upset or degrade it by just keeping it real. But yeah, that video was great, guys. What did you think? Leave a comment. We got to discuss this. Please leave some comments. What did you think about that video, guys? What do you think is in store for Hex? I think there's a lot coming for Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, and then don't stop there. Why stop there? Hedron. Who else we got? Power City. I think Power City is a sleeping giant. Keep a close eye on Power City. Mintra. You don't hear anything about Mintra. And I know for a fact that's a real NFT platform. Liquid Loans and the list. Oh, can't forget More Token. More Token will be on Pulse Chain. I'm so excited, guys, about what's going on. But yeah, all right. So now that we talked about the Richard Hart thing and how he presented himself on YouTube, on BitBoy, how BitBoy let him open the show like he owned the show. That's respect, guys. I mean, that's serious respect. And how often do you see BitBoy invite somebody into his realm, let them open the show like they're the boss? I mean, come on now. This is good. This is good. But with all that said, all right, now we're going to jump into my normal. We're going to start running through the market. We're going to see. I'm not even going to look at some things that I normally run through because I'm just feeling like a hardcore Hexican today. I don't know about you guys, but I feel great about this. But all right, so real quick, I did a live stream yesterday. I couldn't figure out who I used to use, and I know. So if you guys want to do some technical analysis, Coin Paprika, they don't get the respect they deserve. It is a great market cap tracking site. They have Hex in number 8 spot, which they're honest. And if you arrow all the way down here to technical analysis, they have the nice, sweet trading view. I couldn't even remember it yesterday. I felt like a freaking idiot. Like if I type in anything, like P33, it's going to come up USD right there, right off the bat. But I just couldn't remember it yesterday. So now you know. Coin Paprika. I kept thinking, what am I forgetting to show these guys? What can I show them? But yeah, there you go. So, all right, so let's dive right in here. Hex right now is at against the US dollar 0.061. We broke the 6 cents level. That is huge. That is something you want to high five about. We're going to cover Bitcoin and Ethereum last. We're going to jump right into Hex right now because Hex is doing big things. Now, you remember on that live stream I just did yesterday, Hex all-time high was back here around September 20th. And let's go ahead and put a vertical line right there. I'm going to save this bad boy. September 20th. And then it bottomed out actually on June 14th. And when it bottomed out at 0.029 cents. Almost, 0.0297. So almost 3 cents is where it bottomed out at. You can say 3 cents. And then since then, we've been on a slow uptrend, as you can see. And we have not revisited that bottom yet. Hopefully, we never see it again. But anything's possible. Because if Bitcoin pulls back the way Richard Hart thinks it might, it just may happen. I just looked at myself in the camera. By the way, this baggy shirt I'm wearing, it's an XL, but I love this shirt. It says things I do with my spare time, and it's got all this crazy stuff. Like it says, check my portfolio, think about crypto. What else it says? Talk about crypto, buy crypto, read about crypto, dream about crypto. So yeah. It's kind of baggy right now, but I love this shirt. It's a 2X. I've been losing weight. I think I'm almost back down extra large size. Not quite, but I'm almost there. But anyway, now you know why I'm wearing this raggedy shirt. But yeah, you can see Hex has curved up nicely here. That is awesome. Now we jump over to this next chart here, which is my market cipher knockoff chart. You'll see that Hex RSI, Hex is on the overbought side. It's very overheated right now. It's probably not a good time to buy Hex, considering they're up 3.4%. Now let's look at the 4-hour chart. That was 3. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Hex is very overheated on RSI. Now this is against the 4-hour chart, which is what I should be looking at. Now there is on a Cipher B chart, there is a sell signal here, and the momentum is on a downward trend. Okay. Now the volume down here does look like it wants to swing around, and it does appear to be some positive cash flow. Now, if you look at the top chart really doesn't have too much to announce. Wow, that's actually really good. August 5th, it said it fired off. Well, changed for previous trend. Then it fired off a buy signal, and we've been gravy since then. That is actually a really good chart there, guys. Now, if we jumped over to the 2-hour chart, it might be a little bit more descriptive. The 2-hour chart, oh, we're good. Look at this. 2-hour chart, RSI is high. You have a buy signal here. Cash flow is looking good. Volume is looking good. Momentum is swinging around in a positive direction. The upper chart looks good. Got a real strong wick right there. Yeah, HEX is very, very bullish right now, guys. And we need to really look at the daily chart, to be honest. Daily chart looks even better. Daily chart is phenomenal. And to tell you the truth, most of us Hexicans, we're not day traders. We're not trading it. So we should be looking at the daily chart. But I got a habit of showing the 4-hour chart. Do you guys think I should start just doing daily charts? Or do you like when I do the 4-hour chart? Because, you know, it does change more. Daily really spreads long term. But I like to know what's happening right here, right now also. So leave a comment. Let me know what you would prefer. Leave a comment anyway. And make sure you hit that like button. The more activity I get, the more subscribers, the more the channel will grow, guys. It'll grow so fast if you help me out and give me that blessing. But okay, according to the market cipher chart, HEX is very bullish right now. There's no other word I can use it when I look at the market cipher. Now, if I look at, we'll start with the daily chart here. If we look at the exponential moving average, very bullish, super bullish, ton of support. I love it. Now, if you look at the 4-hour chart, same thing, plenty of support. It looks great. And if we look at the 2-hour chart for HEX, it did do a little bit of it did wick down into them fairly significantly, actually, on August 11th. But look at this, boom, which is today. But it came right back out with support. Very bullish, guys. We're looking great according to the exponential moving average. Now, if we look at the, what is this? The 20, 50, and 100-day and the 200-day moving averages, a little different story, but the same story. We're bullish. Looking at the daily chart, you'll see that we cross over the 50-day. The 20-day crossed over the 50-day in a positive direction and is heading towards 100. The 200, 100 are on a downward angle. That is very bullish looking, very good. Now, if we look at the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart actually looks downright perfect, guys. Look at this. 20, 50, 100, 200. Can't beat it. And then the fear and greed indicator down here I got for HEX has it in the greedy side of things. All right, now if we take a look here with my VRVP chart, the volume profiler, and remember this chart goes by how much I'm showing. So I like to drag it out to the beginning of the summer. So yeah, let's do the beginning of the summer. Since the summer's starting to wind down. Kids about to start going back to school here in the U.S. All right, so we're going to start at June 1st, and we'll take a look at this chart here. It has the upper resistance point that HEX will have to break starting at June 1st is going to be 0.078. So it's going to have a hard resistance point to break through there. Now, the lower support level that it cannot break through, or we got real problems, is 0.028. Now, I usually say 3 cents, but I drug it back a little bit further because I think that there's a lot of volatility about to come. I think it's going to be positive, and then I think things are going to get negative. Long story short, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. I said it too fast. With a passion for cryptocurrency, just ordinary guy. So make sure you do your own research before you do, make any decisions. I'm not trying to predict the future, but what I'm predicting for my future and my investments is that there's more blood to come. There's more bleeding to come for the markets. The government, the U.S. government at least, is trying to convince everybody that we're not in a recession. We're in a recession, and I'm hearing about people getting laid off at some pretty decent jobs around my way, and I'm hearing other people starting to struggle. Washington, I mean, how dumb? Well, we are pretty dumb, but yeah. Anyway, all right. So anyway, so right now HEX is looking beautiful. It has a very strong support at the 3 cent mark right here. That's what that is, 3.5 cents. So that's good. Now I understand how it did when I pulled it back further. RSI is still overheated. HEX is looking great, very bullish right now, guys. Super bullish. Now you see this. I drew this yesterday. Here's that support level I was just talking about at the 3 cent range and 3.5 cent range. And then we stayed within this here. And we did wick out to the top, which is bullish and positive, but we have stayed within this range here. What would I call that? I hate when words just don't come to mind. Wedge. We're staying right in this wedge here, so that's great in between those columns. So, and then I drew these here. These are different resistance points, like 6 cents. We broke that. 0.69, then 0.81. So those are the different resistance points that, HEX is going to break through. It's going to blow through eventually. I mean, this is awesome, guys. I don't know how to say it. enough. All right, now let's jump over to Deck Screener. I'm going to take a look here. I don't want the watch list. What do I want? I want the chart. Multi-charts. All right, let's dive right into these multi-charts. And I'm going to say the same dumb crap that I always say, because certain projects I've already predicted their future as far as my investments are concerned, and I have not followed through, and they're doing exactly what I said. First one up, P33. This one I said was the one that was based on liquidity that was released, and it's legit. Howtopulse.com or IO. I think it's howtopulse.io. And I think they did another project too. I know they did. But anyway, they created the P33 one. And as you can see, this one, it was on its downward wedge for a while. Then it broke through. It broke through on July 31st. And then we shot up. Then we pulled back down on August 8th. And now we're right back up. But the cool thing is we're sticking around this uptrend here. It's not a perfect uptrend, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this over here. But it looks like a pretty good uptrend as far as I'm concerned. And we're staying constantly going in the right direction. And the thing about this project is it's all based on liquidity. So some point, some rich Hexican out there is just going to dump a lot, like 50 grand in this thing. I believe 50 grand was supposed to bump it to $10 or something ridiculous. I'm telling you guys, this one can move so fast. And it probably will, and it already has. I've been saying it like it was down here at 10 cents. It jumped up to 22 cents like it was nothing. I have a plan. I wrote it down. All right. PulseDogeCoin. PulseDoge, the original PulseDogeCoin. PulseDoge is not looking great. It's not looking bad. I did draw this wedge. You see that it broke out. It went bearish. So this wedge, I am going to say is void. That is 100% bearish move for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a little wedge up here so we can track and see what we're going to do with PulseDogeCoin. I really hope they manage to rescue this project because the guy who developed it, I thought he was pretty damn cool. The little bit of, communication I have with him with Twitter and all. So hopefully they can bring this back around. It probably will come around because at the end of the day it's a meme coin, but this deserves more credit than it's receiving. I think PulseDogeCoin, who stole PulseDoge's name, is getting way more credit than they deserve. But with the PulseDogeCoin, with that said, PulseDogeCoin buy-in point that I drew yesterday is still at about $6 even. And this is with the Fibonacci retracement, okay? And that's going for the 100% down upward because it is definitely on an uptrend still. 6. So yeah, $6 is the buy-in point. So don't jump into it. Don't ape into anything. If you missed the bus, you missed the rocket, it happens. But every time I try to catch it, I usually lose. A few times it worked out, but I usually lose. Like there's a Project Lido market. I just heard Trayvon James talk about the other day. I've been upset about that for over a month now. But it's doing too well. I can't catch it. It is what it is. You just got to turn your way back to it and let it go. All right. Got another YouTuber I used to watch back in the day, Da Vinci. I'm not a big fan of him, really, but anymore because he acts like he can't predict the future and caused me to lose money because I was like, oh, he knows what's happening. This is not a crystal ball, guys. And every YouTuber is a human. And every trader is a human. Humans make mistakes. So you see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'll leave that alone. All right. That's why you got to do your own research and don't gamble. All right. So that's what I consider trading. All right. Right here, we have Maxi up. Maxi is looking beautiful. And it's basically riding up 100 right above Hex at all times. It's perfect, actually. I'm in love with Maxi. I wish I sacrificed the Maxi. That was a huge mistake, but so is life. Maxi's not that exciting no more because it's kind of been set. You know what I mean? It's a 555. It's a Dow, and you get to trade the Dow before claiming it. But yeah, anyway, it's not as exciting no more because it's reflecting. I can't think of a fancy word, so I'll just say this. There's always it's whatever movement Hex makes. Maxi mirrors it, but usually about 100% exactly. All right. Weight token, not real excited about weight. I actually claimed mine. It's sitting in my wallet. I want to get P33 for it. I wanted to get it the right price, but it dipped down on me down here. So I was like, not now. But it's wicking up a little bit. Maybe I get a little bit more upward action. I might go for it. But I'm not excited about weight at all. Not at all, guys. Hedron. Hedron is something to... Hedron is beautiful. Now, I did I drew this out yesterday. You see this wedge. It did hit this resistance point that I said that it was going to. It broke through that resistance point, actually. I'm sorry. But it fell right back down beneath it. So it's actual. Let's see. Well, interesting. I feel that this is the accurate resistance. Maybe I can raise this up just a hair, though. There we go. Oh, there we go. It did break that resistance point, but then it wicked right back down beneath it. It happens. Here, let me change this. I don't like this. There we go. There we go. That looks better, don't it? And it wicked right back down beneath it, but Hedron is looking quite beautiful, guys. This is that range that I was talking about a while back, saying, well, when it breaks past this, we'll know that it's bullish. Well, we now know. I got to make sure. Which one is it? Is it the yellow or the red? It's the red. Yeah, the red. That is that resistance point that it just could not break through. And it just kept bouncing around. And it finally broke through it, and we literally took off. So, with the Fibonacci retracement here, make sure I got this so I don't confuse you guys. I know this is a popular one right now. All right, so going with a downward trend. Make sure this is accurate. Oh, yeah, because I don't want to erase it. But I guess it's time. It did what it said it was going to do. I did multiple videos. So let's go ahead and remove all this. So I don't send anybody the wrong direction here. And I'm going to give everybody a little bit of advice. Not advice, but I'm going to give everybody my opinion of how this is going to play. And it's really simple. And this, I didn't want to do that. Remove drawings. Okay. And this is going to play out in accordance to the Fibonacci. So I'm just letting the Fibonacci do the work for me, actually. All right, so I'm going to start with the 100% at the top. Right there. And where is a... Nope, I'm sorry, 100% at the bottom. I don't know what I was thinking there. Glad I thought about it. All right, so we're going to do 100% at the bottom. We're going to say that this here was a good point, and that would take us back to July 20. You know what? Let's take it back further, guys. Because I think if we do it too soon, it's too much like trading. It really is. All right, we'll drop it off here. 50% marker is here. So we'll go ahead and put the line in there at the 50% marker. All right, the sweet buy-in point is 0.0000134. Guys. So if you're thinking about buying into it, you might want to wait a little bit, all right? Now, that's what it drawn back all the way to June 19th. I think that's a very fair marker. But say, yeah, it moved up and it stuck around here for a little while. All right, I give you that. So that would take that buy-in point now to 0.000501570. All right, so that's where it is, guys. So if you're trying to buy in, now you know what Fibonacci is saying you should do. All right. And More token. I can't do anything without talking about the More token. The More token is taking a storm. Trayvon James created this. This will be on Pulse Chain, and I am liking it. And this baby is holding its value, its liquidity. This is a good one, guys. Do not sleep on this one. I keep trying to chart it out, but there's not too much to chart out because it hasn't been around long enough, you know. But look at it. I mean, it's basically, I mean, for something that was just airdropped, I mean, you really can't ask for something to look more stable. Most of the things that's traded on, I mean, look at that. That's good. And honestly, most of the things that get released for Hexicans or Pulse Chain, I mean, they kind of go wacky, all craziness, and then people just start selling and just taking the profits, and then it just comes crashing down. But if you look at More token, man, it definitely needs your attention. I hate to sound like well, I don't really hate it because that's how I feel. I mean, More token is looking good. Let's see, it has liquidity 100,000. Man, it's holding its liquidity. I don't know, guys. Definitely keep this in your radar. All right, do not sleep on More token. Now, for you guys who are fellow More token fans, I need you to do me a favor. I need you guys to go to How to Pulse. .com. It's very important you do this. Is this? No, I'm sorry. Not How to Pulse. Oh, that's old. Not How to Pulse. I need you to go to Pulse Hot List. Sorry, guys. You can go to Pulse Hot List, and you're going to arrow down till you get to more, which more is all the way down here. There are a lot of, I hate to call them garbage projects, but there's a lot of projects that really ain't that hot at all. Ain't no fire in them. You know what I'm saying? They just, I don't know. I don't really understand why they have more rated so low. But it really does need to get pushed up. So go in here and click on that so we can get more token up here towards the top. Now, I'm not saying more tokens. A hit of Hedron MAXI, free Pulse.io, PulseX, Liquid Loans, Mintra. These are all big boys. But PulseEp's a lot higher than I think it should be, but whatever. Fiat, Power City. I love Power City. But from this point on, yeah, it's almost insulting. It is what it is. And by the way, somebody asked me yesterday what I thought about Poor Pleb. I forgot your name. It's one of the guys that always come to the live stream. I appreciate the support, by the way. Sorry I forgot your name. Now I don't want to get it wrong, so I ain't going to say it. But Poor Pleb, I'm not really feeling it. When I'm tired of it's an experiment. So it's kind of like saying, well, I knew she was going to turn me down, but, you know, I was just going to go take my shot. Like you kind of play it down. Because I was looking at Poor Pleb, and what turned me off about Poor Pleb is that the sacrifice, like if you sacrifice between $1 to $1,000, then you would get an airdrop from them. That ain't that much, man. And to consider somebody a whale from 1,000 on, like, who are you? I mean, or $1,000, you're a whale. Let me tell you, I'm no whale, but $1,000, I don't know. So I'm not a real big fan of Poor Pleb, guys. That concept it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But with the burn, now granted, I should still get some because I did sacrifice Power City, and I ain't gonna lie, it was a little bit of money, but it wasn't that much. It ain't past 1,000. So hopefully I get something from Power City. But yeah, Poor Pleb, not feeling it. But yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you leave comments. Let's chat. Join my Twitter. Join my Discord. Maybe become a member of the channel. That way I can upgrade my camera and stuff. Because I figure the more money, if I can make money with this, then I'm going to put money into it. You know what I mean? I put a lot of time into it, but I don't put money into it. If that makes sense to you. But anyway, guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay a Hexican. All right, guys. Peace out.